everyone, and welcome to Talk Together. Thank you for joining us for an evening talking about Dungeons and Dragons, or D&D. D&D. What's it the Niall calls it in D&D Beyond? D&D. Welcome to an evening of D&D. I'm Tom, and I'm here talking with these little reprobates, these little delightful PvPers. Myth Drannor was not wrecked again. It's so everything is fine. Everything is fine. There's no problem, and nothing hurts. Nope, I'm going to keep smiling. Everything's grand. So yes, we've got some questions. We've got some anecdotes. How are these decided? Well, we put our hands in the gods' hands, dice, whatever. Roll that dice, etc. Put it in the comments. So before we
put your hand in God.
Put your hands in God.
No, it's the other way around.
Put your God
in your hands.
Hang on. Put my hand in God. Give me a sec.
Filth. Hand on the fire alarm. Already kicking off badly. So the stream's going to last an hour. It's not. I'm not going to get the timekeeper badge, but who cares?
Wow. So early bow out. That's impressive, even for you.
Sometimes you just have to admit it. Sometimes you just it's better to just go, yeah, I know my flaws. So sponsors, we have Hero Forge, we have Ultra Pro, we have Phoenix Dice, and we have Alchemy RPG, and we are supported by Idle Champions. Dunda Beyond, Warriors of Warriors of Waterdeep, Hunt for Gems, Neverwinter, and Elderwood Academy. Roll Together RPG on all social media. Big thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. You're the best. Discord Wiki. If you're like, hey, what happened over the last 12 episodes? As happened on a stream earlier where someone came in and went, so what's happening? We were just like...
There's a wiki. Someone comes in, what's happening? Go, well, you can watch them all on YouTube if you've got 14 hours, or there's a wiki where you can read it in 5 minutes.
People don't want to read. And that's how we got into the general situation of the world. People don't want to read books. So, podcast.
Lovely line from in between us. It's like really slow TV.
It's not wrong. Podcasts. Roll Together RPG on most podcasters' things. If you're not there, let us know. Right, with that slightly discordant and crazy travel, should we get to it? You know the catchphrase we all love. So,
Tom, hang on. I've not sent you one yet, but we've now got some of the which should be on sale now. It is. We have some of the Roll Together D20s. So I'm just going to use my variable focus on this.
Oh my!
Roll Together D20s from Phoenix Dice. If you can see, there is the Roll Together symbol on a dice. These should be available in Phoenix Dice's shop. And Tom, you haven't got one yet, but you can in spirit roll this dice if you want to.
I will. To be fair, the last talk together, we got a dog to roll a dice, so everything is changing. Right. So in spirit. Mm-hmm. Let's roll that dice, shall we?
Oh, that dice.
Roll.
That dice. That is a 17. And this 17, as we all well know, because we've all memorized, and I'm not just filling for time. Okay, everyone, what PC moment gives the throw the rulebook out the window, let's homebrew this award? I think everyone's
Elven Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a big, for me, I don't know if Chris prepped what to do. I assumed they did just because they know me. And I you know what I mean? They were like, Elven Magic. I was going to be like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, prepped. I do quite a lot of prep.
No, but it was a good way to like get into it, and it felt like earned. And then the way that it exhausted you also felt like a real it didn't feel like it was game breaking, which I think is really important about doing homebrew. Like, if you're going to do homebrew, don't break the game. And if Chris had been like, yeah, you get free spell slots now. If you make an Arcana check, you get a free spell slot.
I mean, that's
cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the exhaustion really makes the difference.
That being said, now the game is already broken.
Yeah.
No. As in, the Elven Magic is broken because, Nat, what can you not get?
Exhausted.
I was going to say, it did result in one of my favourite moments where it's like, and I am dead. No, I'm not. I've just fallen over. And we're like,
pause. And it's such a low moment where it's just there going, oh, I'm dead. And it's really quick. And we all go, what? stand there, everyone's shocked for like a good 10 seconds, then goes, oh no, I'm not. Just throws it in really quick.
You just like wiggle a finger, you're like, not today, Def, not today.
But yeah, something we never quite got around to because again, there's too much to fit in. But was like getting Ildrathni doing any high magic given
Next season, baby. In Baldur's Gate, baby.
Well, we've got to fix Aeolian first, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
End of the world, you know.
It can wait, you know. We've got things to do in Baldur's Gate, so
you cannot
gonna be fine,
go and
right?
meet your sexy vampire until you save the world. I'm sorry, those are the rules.
Every time.
You can't have your pudding till you eat your meat.
What was that?
Yeah,
Rebecca?
Well, rules are made to be broken, and you know, Ildrathni needs to meet their very fluffy, edgy stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Has to happen.
Silver doesn't have any family at the moment. She needs the family.
Right?
Would you deny Silver a stepmother of sorts?
They're not your stepmother. They're
you're
your
the monster
dad's.
hunters.
A surrogate stepmother, a motherly figure.
Hey, I'm your dad's ex. Not even ex.
Because you use this word ex for death a lot. I'm his ex because he died. He was murdered violently by his child, so he's my ex now. Doesn't quite send the right
They were never dating. Oh, they were dating, but they weren't, you know.
Wasn't
We
like
weren't sure if this was a thing
official.
yet. Yeah.
Also, we've all met Silver. Evie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Silver would be like, yep, you're my mum now.
Yep. Like,
Sure
you've
now.
never seen a character more thirsty for a maternal figure in her life.
Was thirsty the word, really?
Oh.
I thought it was. No, I like it. It's good.
Tom, that's our new album, Thirsty for Mum.
I'll get the banjo out. I'll get started on some tracks. Why is it a banjo album? I don't know. Oh, God.
It's country.
It's country, yeah. We shall not be doing Thirsty for Dad. This shall not happen. Yeah, okay. Anyone else feel that they threw the rule book into the void? Or no?
Reforged my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, that again was on Chris.
I mean, I like when you're like, I haven't done this before. You're like, no, you probably haven't. No.
You all know this about me. I like dude bro gods and himbo gods, but also I like gods who aren't like all knowing, so they can go like, oh, looks like it's altered reality. No idea what's going to happen now. This will be fun.
I'm just going to die for you, but all right. I guess I'll stick around. Yeah.
I was very pleased by that because I sort of assumed that would do it. So I had it prepped. And B, I love the idea of going, no, it'll be a noble sacrifice. Oh, okay. Wow. Guess I'm here now.
Crack on, love. Things to do.
Come on.
It's a nice himbo knockback. I like it.
Yeah. I did just the beautiful speech, and they're just like, yeah, that's rough, dude. Yeah. Totes. The other gods, they left. You were giving this beautiful speech, and they just walked out.
I couldn't believe my dice rolls that session.
Yeah.
They were all awful, all of them.
Yeah, you gave up on physical dice at one point.
Yeah, I did.
It was still awful.
Yeah. Some days I'm just cursed.
We can't all be Rebecca.
Some days are evil.
Well, I think I think I'm somewhere in the middle, right? You've got the Rebecca and you've got the George, and my luck swings wildly between the two.
You're like a pendulum.
Yeah.
Keeping the balance.
Who knows what day it'll be for Nat today?
I suppose that's quite nice because you're like, it will swing the other way. So when it's bad, it's like, it will change,
Sometimes.
but then back it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've just considered the effect of luck. Yeah, let's keep this party rolling. Should we roll that dice? Let's
Roll that dice.
That is a 4. Oh, criminy. Hey, players, any choices you would change in retrospect? Any regrets?
I'm going to eat my dinner while they do this. I'm just going to sit here eating.
Nate doesn't have regrets.
That's why we love you, Nate. You're pure.
Lives entirely in the moment, and yeah.
Ava would probably not have asked to have Jeremiah resurrected, given that she's condemned him to eternity in the abyss.
Or he's dead.
Well, neither of those are super great options.
No, they're not, no.
Yeah. I think Ava's probably got quite a lot of regrets at the moment. Also, for ever trusting, liking, or wasting any kindness and love on ephemera.
Oh,
children.
I said I was sorry.
Did you?
You love to see best friends.
Evie said she was sorry. That's not the same thing.
Ephemera, no regrets.
Evie is loved and an exceptional role player who made incredibly great dramatic decisions. Ephemera is a little and she's going to die.
You know what the worst thing is about Ephemera? Is that nobody knows how twisted she got at the end. She's remembered as this innocent little mushroom, and at the little funeral scene, it was like, you didn't deserve this. And then it was, Ava, you've made some decisions.
And there's this whole narrative about Ava has been on like this incredible evil journey. I helped save all of Goldenfield. I adopted a little reborn child. I did some manipulating and some lying and some killing, massive demons attacking us. But this, like, she has done terrible, untold, awful things. No worse than most adventuring parties, just she's also not going to simper at you. And does a bit of gaslighting. That's the bad bit.
That's the thing.
That is bad, but people be like, she is the monster of this campaign, when Ephemera turns around and be like, hi, Orcus, could you come to Material Plane? Read whatever havoc you like specifically so I can be petty.
The problem you've got...
What you sow.
In the words of Firecloak, yeah, that's rough, dude.
The problem you've got is that it's in the context of a narrative, of a story, there's a villain role that gets filled. And I very purposefully designed Nezeril to sit awkwardly in there and not be quite as villainous as you thought they were, or maybe be a lot more villainous than you thought they were. There was a consistent play around. And thus it's easy to shoehorn someone and to put them in a box. I think there's also an element of watching someone repeatedly gaslighting someone, or being a bit mean-spirited and a bit snarky, that will make you go, that person is villainous. They are ticking the villainous boxes, even though that's a, very broad brush to draw with.
I think it's also something, I don't want to defend Ava too hard because she had serious problems, but Rebecca knew full well the entire way through that Ava was gaslighting and manipulative. Ava was a lot less aware of it. Ava was just incredibly hurt and not super great at interacting with people and needed to get what she wanted. She was very rarely... I think with Whole Fair, she started to realise and use it and start to feel bad about it. But for a lot of the time, she was, this is how I survive. I think if you'd sat her down and been like, Ava, you are a terrible, gaslighting, manipulative person, she'd have killed you. But she would have been surprised.
I always saw it as well as like any sort of previous to this campaign, spending time with Ephemera, it was any lying she would have done to Ephemera in her mind was always like, I have to lie to her to protect her. Like, she can't cope with this situation as it really is. So, yeah.
I think from my perspective, I love Ava as a character because of what you were saying, Rebecca, in terms of like, she doesn't see herself as a villain. And actually the things that she, other than the gaslighting, you're right, that yes, she's murdered, but the majority of where her antagonism comes from this place of hurt and comes from her just being rude or blunt or, verbally nasty, but not actually doing evil things. Like for Ildrathni, a lot of it was seeing Ava as someone who is just needlessly antagonistic, but not evil. So ended up having a sort of attitude of like, okay, well, you're being a child about this. We're trying to crack on. and you're causing arguments, and that's not helpful. But not, this is an evil mass murderer, but it's when she comes back and is all like threatening and has like, oh, I've just got my evil crown. What, I don't know what you're talking about. This is fine. Definitely, I just want to talk to Kalembo. Just want to talk. Haven't been talking about like destroying him this whole time. Yeah, so there's grey areas, but I think also we're still not used to seeing forthright, nasty women portrayed in media. Yep. And them being portrayed as a hero as well. There's still a dissonance between being able to see someone like that as the protagonist and her not being the worst evil that ever eviled. So, more.
That makes me really happy, because I was slightly surprised by the amount of hate Ava gets in chat, which again, it was never nasty or never aimed at me as a player. It was completely fine. But when we started, I was like, oh, yeah, I thought I was being morally questionable and snarky. People want to kill. Oh, okay. So, yeah, and I was trying for exactly what Nat has said, so you've made me very happy. Trying to go for, we don't get to see this very often. Not super sweet, easy to like women, but doing generally good things in sometimes morally dubious or terrible ways. Can we make that sympathetic and fun to watch for 12 episodes? So I am glad that was... I'm pointing because Nat's over there on my screen. What came across at least to one person.
Oh, no. I thought it did a remarkable job. Like, Ava was so interesting and complex. It was just truly a joy to just watch unfold.
So watchable.
And the fact Ava skips like 12 steps and just goes, you're being incredibly patronizing right now and I don't have any time for this. And you're like, oh, okay, we're just going to keep this moving, which is good. Again, is good to see. And then just like, just got this killer wand, just keep it going. Especially like when the draft was just like, this is bad, right? You're like, you're going to fight me. You're like, yes, Wand of Orcus? Yeah. Oh, Ava, poor Ava. I guess we're not going to go kill Clemvor. That's a shame.
I was given the option and I chose not to do it. Again, Ava never said, I am going to go and murder Clemvor. But everyone went, obviously you're going to go and kill him. Which again, the players, because they're very good players who can play their characters very well. Yeah, no.
I would say Nate never assumed that, but he also was like, I don't feel obliged to like speak up on this behalf.
And to be fair, if Clemvor had been worse and less repentant, yeah, she'd have summoned the Pandorum and gone eat this.
They started off being quite pushy and quite angry.
Not enough. She needed. It was the absolute pivot point was when he said, well, what do you want? And she said, I need you to apologise. And he went, and then that's when everything changed. And that was, if at that point he'd gone, no, then we'd have started hitting. It was when he got her to a point where she could articulate what she needed and then accepted it. We were like, okay, we're past the murdering God point. Mm-hmm. Didn't push hard enough, Chris, clearly.
I didn't want you to kill Clemvor. That seems a terrible idea. No, I'm really
glad you didn't. I would have been sad if Ava had been kind of forced down that villain path.
No, apart from being an obvious Castlevania riff, I wanted the... sorry, I say obvious. If you haven't played Castlevania, there's a bit where you go and talk to Dracula, and he's exactly like that. It's more of a... I didn't want him to be there going, oh no, oh, my precious child, return to the flock. Like, I didn't want it to be too, like, hand on heart, it's all going to be fine, nor did I want him to just be pissy and a dickhead. I wanted it to be a balance point between, you've done terrible things, I understand that I'm partially at fault. Like, that's important.
And Anton hasn't done a terrible thing in his life, and we love him for it. No regrets.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if he was thinking back on this, he'd be kicking himself. He'd be kicking himself about not making the leap between the gem and the smoke being released and the mine being released, because he wasted all that time with the Mythalar on that. But then I think he'd be kind of like okay with it because he's currently got like a supercomputer in his brain, so it kind of all worked out in the end for Anton. But I don't know.
It still remains fine.
Yeah.
I think the one thing he does regret is not being able to help Ephemera and Ava and Jeremiah. That'll play on his conscience for a long time, but probably shorter than other things.
You've got so much going on.
Well, he's aged 100 years mentally, I think we said. Was it 200 years mentally?
100.
100.
You feel like 200 though.
But I think that's kind of where I'm interested in taking the character, with that thought in mind. So I think with those regrets, they would be held they wouldn't be held as long as he would have when he was 25.
Interesting to see Anton with some emotional maturity.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he still thinks that the whole Mythallar thing is fine.
No, he's got a different opinion on it now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, 100 years to think on it.
What's the opinion now?
We'll have to find out, won't we?
All right.
You'll have to bring me back, I guess.
See when we find another Mythallar.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
no.
give me another one. Give me another one. And
I
see.
hunger.
Make it 3 for 3.
Like Ricky and the God Shards, I hunger, bring them to me.
That was a moment where I went, I do not know what's about to happen, when Corellin was being all reasonable and lovely and everything was fine, and then said, but I will have to take the Mythallar, which sounded completely fine. And Anton was like, nope. I was like, what? Oh,
that was a fun one to play. Okay, all right, just give me a second. We just need a yeah, you can have it.
Anyone else got regrets? Ephemera, Drafting, are you just completely content with your...
I have a singular regret, which is when I attempted to kill Nezeril at the the sacrifice circle, I wish I had just broken my staff.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And that would have that would have killed Nezeril like that. Probably some other people, I don't know.
We would have killed them.
But it would have been interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone else's problem.
Who needed an episode 11 or 12?
It would have just ended everything very early, and who knows? But I think it would have been interesting.
I'm not sure what I would have done if you had, because if you break the staff, that is what happens. I can't suddenly go, oh no, it doesn't, like that. That would be very unfulfilling. I suppose if Ildra survives, which probably would have done, could have healed and resurrected those that couldn't be healed.
Depends on how many diamonds you would have allowed me to have in my pocket.
We have a Mythallar, we'd have been fine.
There are lots of gems around.
So. You're in like a sort of special throne vault thing, so there were loads of stuff. Easily find some diamonds. That's the thing, though. I think if you had, like, I appreciate that's like, as an in-character, like, it's a big idea and a big choice. It would have just ended up with being, well, I guess Ephemera's dead. Heal, resurrect. Can we just do what we were planning earlier? Cool.
Do we leave Ava?
No, but Ava was there by that point going, well, okay. If that had happened, Orcus wouldn't have taken it. That's where that went. Okay.
Look forward to when we do
very different kind of ending.
Yeah.
Do you know the really upsetting thing is if that had happened, Ava would have begged you to heal Ephemera.
There you go.
It's been hard for Ava to beg if she was dead as well, though.
I'm assuming also I'm tank warlock.
Yeah.
Ava has a lot of hit points. So she
I don't know how much damage this does.
Hang on. I'm going to look up how much damage a Staff of Power does, because it does more damage the closer you are to the epicenter of the explosion. That's the point.
Woof.
So I'm going to say that Ephemera's dead. That's my guess.
I mean, Ava and
50 chance.
Hang on. You're right, Tom.
I might have thrown my dice on the floor. Keep looking things up.
Okay.
That's a 50-50 chance. Ephemera could have been teleported away.
I'm going to have a look.
Sure.
I'm going to make you roll for it. I want to do this.
Okay.
Nezeril, Ava, and Ildrathni were right there.
Yeah, Nezeril was on his last legs, or their last legs already, so that would have killed them, almost certainly.
Thingy.
Right. Okay, so you didn't use any charges from the staff, did you, Evie?
Not at that point.
No.
I used them later.
Okay. So, first of all, roll a d20 and let's see if you teleport away somewhere random to a random plane of existence.
Okie dokie. 20.
No, you're dead. And now 16 times 20.
180.
Oh, no, it's
No, other way around. 320. Hang on, 16 times 80.
The number of charges left on the staff times 20.
Did you say times 20 or times 80?
20.
20.
16 times 20 is 320.
Cool.
Right?
320 hit points would have absolutely annihilated Ephemera, because Ephemera, I mean, that's not even no res, that's like no body left and nothing. Nezeril was next to them. How much? Dex save, 8 times the number of charges, 8 times is still 160, so Nezeril would have been killed but not utterly annihilated. Now, how many hit points did Ildrathni have? Or does it? Sorry.
In general, 133. I don't know how many I had at the time. I'm assuming it was the same.
You'd be down but not out. Who else was nearby? Ava was... Yes, but you...
I have 118, but I had Form of Dread up that was giving me another 23.
Because you're 11 to 20 feet away, 6 times 16. I can't do the maths on that.
96.
Yeah, you'd be fine. Nate would be fine, and Anton was too far away. So it would have been a very different ending, because it would have just been, oh no, Ephemera! Oh. Okay, everyone heal up. Like, get up a long rest.
And me saying it's regret is not saying, oh, I should have done that. It's what it would have been interesting. But what would have been
interesting?
I have the same feelings about the Pandorum. I'm really happy with every decision I made that meant I never used it, but would have been fun to use.
It had some cool abilities. It's a shame.
Again, when we do an alternate universe one shot, where it's just like
Pandorum's not gone.
Would like if it was. we could just put that in a vote again.
It's not. It's definitely not gone. It's in my head, and then the body's in wherever.
It's called the Fugue Plane, but it's also part of Hades.
Got a body to go get then. Stick it on the whiteboard.
Hey,
its prime directive is to help me for the rest of its existence. So,
which won't backfire ever.
No, of course.
Why would it?
Yep.
And
so when Anton goes evil, we're all screwed.
Everyone will still blame Ava.
That's your thing. We flash forward 20 years later, and it's like, someone breaks apart. Oh, Ava. You literally become the boogeyman. It's, poor Ava.
I don't think Ildrathni has any specific regrets. I think they're sad that Ava looked like she was going to get a happy ending, and then it was suddenly taken away. Nat, personally, I was in a bit of a loopy place the last couple of episodes for various reasons. And I think I appreciated the switcheroo into the zombie forms, and was also quite happy to be using my new superpowered hammer. And then so I think I feel like I underplayed Ildrathni's reaction to having to kill zombie Ava, zombie Ephemera, and zombie Jeremiah.
You did also have Anton and Nate being like, just do it! Just do it! Don't be a coward!
Try and be like, I'll give you no, and then had to kill them.
Shoot her!
But also my other regret is not biting Anton the first time, not the second time next to the tree, because I think that would have... Dog.
Sorry.
That's all right.
You heard the word bite?
Bite! I think the second time would have been... I mean, I rolled really high on a con saving throw. But the first time, when I went over to Greater Restoration, it's one of those, like, make the big decision, do the big thing. And I sort of went the other way with it.
You could have infected him.
I didn't...
Imagine that.
Damn it, to do that.
Oh, probably not by law, but you're a vampire and you just bit someone. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. And yet.
How funny would that be? Like, just the idea that Anton's fighting one day and he dies, and everybody's like, it's okay, his soul will return to his clone. It'll be fine. And the next day, he just rises up as an undead vampire.
I've got it written down somewhere. It's one of those. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I find if I'm looking through like old books or lore documents about Forgotten Realms stuff, I tend to go, "Woo!" Make a little note and go, "Saving that for later." And one of them. Oh God, I've so many lists. Hang on, I'll find it. There's a vampire god, a god of vampires, and it is really interesting. But that's it. Jancis. Jancis is the elven god of vampires, and the lore that I read is really cool. And I could have had an elven god of vampires stand up to Anton and say, "Hey, this could be a permanent deal." That'd have been great.
Hey, another voice in your head. How's things going? Power?
Blood.
Want power?
Blood.
We'll have to start charging for rooms up there.
That was the other thing that I was sort of it would have been cool if this situation had happened, but it was not on my top of my to-do list at all. Was that at any point, if I had not been able to use the hammer, obviously a Dhampir can use Fanged Bite as an attack, but as a paladin, I'm pretty sure I can smite a Fanged Bite.
It was errated that you can. It wasn't originally doable, and now it is.
Right.
That's why monks can now divine smite with their fists.
What?
I would love to see that.
Paladin monks.
Other monks. Plunks.
Plunks.
Maladin.
Maladin is better.
Is it not a ponk?
What? Plunk is good.
Oh, damn. Sorry, I'm just reading about Jancis. Just listen to this nonsense. It's a deity of blood, debauchery, magic, and vampirism.
Sexy vampire god.
Sexy vampire god. He has two different forms, the beast and the rake. The beast resembles a wide-eyed, tousle-haired human male with powerful muscles and taloned claws. He is excessively hairy. He is a wild creature, the personification of the wild beast that rages inside all vampires. He runs with wolves and tears out throats. The rake resembles a slim, elegant human or half-elf with long, slender hands, finely chiseled features, and a friendly smile. This is just sexy vampires. It's brilliant. I love it.
I like the emphasis on long, slender hands.
Not fingers, hands.
It's really short, but like a really long palm.
It's a really long palm.
I touch your face. Thank you, I'm seduced.
This is the more elegant side of vampirism, savouring blood as mortal sophisticates might savour wine.
Oh, don't drink wine.
I like to think that if anyone ever tries to woo Tom, he goes, "Thank you, I am seduced."
With QCG, one of my characters' things is like, "Are you seduced? You must inform me if you are seduced." But yes,
Tom will remember this.
Are you enjoying the dinner? Perhaps you would enjoy pudding. Are you seduced? You must tell me if this is working. Not really. Then I shall leave. Good evening. And just walk.
It's a good way to put consent in seduction.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Good night.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
If you are not seduced, I will not waste your time.
Please do not make me a main character on Twitter tonight. I think everything was fine. A good night. On that delightful note, shall we? With the big clunky dice.
You need to distract me from reading about Jancis.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, I can tell you about
Sexy vampire
Hugh's
god?
vampire hunter god who supposedly rips his eyes out because he keeps turning into a vampire and then tears his eyes out. It's an experience.
That's also pretty cool.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me? All right.
That sounds like the metal vampire god. The one that's just like a bit more metal than the other one.
So, looked upon his vampire self and just went, nope. Horrible. Utterly horrible.
This isn't dark enough, is what he said.
You want it darker? Well, okay.
I'll suck your blood with no eyes.
I'll smite you with my eyes. Please don't. That is... this is quite nice. 8. What was the most surprising moment?
Make a list.
I was going to say, everything stayed pretty much on the rails. Nothing just...
Yeah. It was what I would call a standard campaign.
Well, we'd all read and memorised the script, so
Yeah.
that helps.
We memorised it, make sure we didn't have it on the night because it ruins the illusion, you know.
I was hugely surprised when Anton offered to resurrect Jeremiah. I in no way saw that coming. Normally, Niall has sneaky things up his sleeve, and I can go, I kind of see what's coming, because he likes going, I have a sneaky thing, and you can work out what it is. But with this one, I was completely blindsided.
But I've got 2 on you. You know, I mean, Darvax and this. I'll take them.
Oh, Darvax.
I miss Darvax.
So do I.
Hashtag bring back Darvax.
Oh, God.
I mean, Ephemera at the end, just straight up, hey, Orcus, I'd like to speak to Orcus, please.
Please hold.
Bombshell.
The Eldrathni heart thing as well was immense.
Yeah.
Just is this okay? You're like, you can resist this? Like, nope. Rips the heart, Kalimardi.
I'd say, for me, Ephemera whacking Nezeril and starting the combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like in game as Niall, and then like kind of like as well as Anton, just not really realizing the mind had escaped. That was a genuine shock to me. I was like, fuck. That was the thought I had. I remember just being like, fuck, absolute fuck. I can't believe I fucked this up. We're all gonna die.
Thing is, your time stopped. And I don't mean that negative, but time stop, it's a spell. Every time anyone's used time stop at any game I've ever been in, it's always been the same problem. I used time stop. Great. What are you doing? Well, I know everything that's about to happen. No, you know where it all was at that point. If you now make any assumptions about what's going to happen, it's very difficult.
I just didn't. The thing is I just didn't think about the smoke being released as the mind being released. Because that, if I'd have known that, if I'd have even thought to ask that question or make an Arcana check, I did none of these things. I just went, everything's still going on. The mind must still be contained in the gem, and it's just having a bit of a magic little, oh, look at me, I'm smoking. Smoking weirdly, as I believe we said. And I just genuinely, I thought I've got this in the bag. I've actually done this. This is okay.
No, I hate to say it, but your overconfidence was your weakness.
Wow.
Who would have thunk?
Anton's.
It's not like there are movies that have told us that might be an issue.
It's just one of those things. It was great. It was just a genuine surprise. That and Nezeril dying.
Yeah.
Something else that was an enormous surprise for me was everyone's decision to just let Ava be kidnapped by a dragon. Not with shade. It was a great decision, but I think that was a really exciting moment for me. I was like, this is not like some of the other campaigns we play, because normally there is that no matter what, we are a party, even if we're immersed, we all kind of remember that they're human beings at the table and we don't screw one of them over. So
apart from me.
But I imagine everyone who's played has had some kind of experience of, my character would never do this, but I'm going to have to shoehorn it so that a real person at the table isn't really upset.
Yeah.
And knowing that in this game, you could just not do that and be like, yeah, no, she has given us no reason to like her. She is actively causing like problems in the party. And like Nezeril said, well, she got us this far. She's proved her, she's expended her usefulness. It was like, oh, so we're playing this kind of game. Okay.
The decision was purely Ava's bad news. I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do if she's here. Hey, dragon, over there.
I think it might be
over there.
I'm proud of many of the deliveries in this campaign, but the way that Ezra delivered, no, don't need Ava, was really fun because yeah, you're right. In other games, I'd be like, well, we should probably go and save the others. But, just having the ability to go, no.
In fact, you look down, you're like, save Ava as a side quest, and you're like, oh, not main plots then. just
explain some items. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think the way that I thought with Anton was like, if I was going to resurrect, because I knew I was going to resurrect Jeremiah quite early on. I think I messaged Rebecca and we were just chatting about how much we love each other, and then I was like, I've also got this. I've got this idea going on. Do you want me to say? And Rebecca was like, no. And I was like, okay, cool. I won't tell you. I'll just keep going. And so I knew really early on that that's what he was going to do. And I genuinely thought, if she survives, great. If she doesn't survive, I'll just resurrect her with Jeremiah. I'll just get, 2 for 1. That's how that'll work, right? And, no harm, no foul. There
was a whole campaign of people telling you to butt out of their business, and you were going to resurrect 2 dead people to be together alive. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, they wouldn't appreciate it.
No, they would have been in heaven together, you fool!
Oh,
would they? Ava would have gone to heaven?
Yeah, that's a very big assumption, that.
Why wouldn't Ava have gone to heaven? Ava had no connection to any, the Wand of Orcus is one thing over there, but once your soul dies, your soul is dead. And Kellenville would have gone, you did some awful things.
I thought she took pacts with the Hag Queen and with Orcus.
No, she took a pact with the Hag Queen, which then she literally blew out of her own head. And Orcus just took the wand.
Yeah, but you have to
since the Hag Queen went bye-bye.
But then don't you have to be a devotee of a certain god to go to heaven? And if you're not a devotee...
She's still a devotee of Kellenville. You don't. That much hate doesn't come from a place of lack of devotion. Also, Kellenvore's the god of death. Everyone gets judged by Kellenvore. So it would have been like hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm really grumpy with you. And it would have been exactly the same conversation they had when she was still alive.
But she'd have been dead.
Wouldn't have made any difference.
Oh, right. Well, that's good to know. Well, I don't feel bad at all.
Again, I have no regrets. Everything's looking up Anton, does a little jig. Right, I think we have time to roll the dice. Well, maybe one last time. Shall we find out?
One last time?
Well,
one last time.
Well, you just cost us 50 grand. You know how litigious LMM is.
What is LMM? Am I really missing out on the
Lin-Manuel Miranda. He, although that said, the church, which did the illegal Hamilton, he was like, cool, we're giving all the money to the local LGBTQ charities. So, yeah, good on him. Cool. And yes, possibly the last time these questions have been going on for a while.
No, we have 15 minutes to get through all of them.
Okay, we can speed run this. I could do an Emma. Come on.
We've been here for 45 minutes. Doesn't feel like 45 minutes.
It's close. That rolled that dice, and that was
it's close.
Oh no! Oh god!
Okay.
Hey, number 6. What was the saddest moment of the campaign?
Choices. Nezeril dying? I found that sad.
No, not at all.
I mean, I physically cried when the gods did not respond to me.
Yeah.
To say a strong contender for me is Ildrathni's conversation with the gods. I sat there
Yeah.
But then it was uplifting at the end. So, it made me feel better. You know what I mean? It didn't just leave me in the sadness, all the moments with Ava and Ephemera. Do you know? That left me in deep sad. I was in deep sadness waters with that.
Ephemera's last speech was very sad. Yeah, Ephemera's last speech was very sad.
For that, it wasn't me. That wasn't it for me. It was the genuine, Ephemera pushing Ava before leaving, and Ava being you never came for me, and clearly that's because you're an ungrateful little snot. And it was just oh my god, what is going on? And it just made me deep sad, because I saw it coming and I knew it was coming, and I was like, oh no, I just don't want to watch it.
I nominate the death of Icarus.
Yeah, totally tragic. Yeah.
Oh, how did we keep going?
I know.
Can we have a moment of respect in the chat for Icarus?
A brave party of the fiend friends.
Hashtag fiend friends.
The thing that made people remember their worst memories, and Ava's memory, I think.
That was really hard to do. Oh, and also Chris's Jeremiah, and that moment where they got me to roll an insight check, and he just doesn't recognize you as the woman he loved. It's for those in the chat who should know this extra fun bit of Chris's evil genius, My husband Joe plays D&D with Chris and Em and quite a few of us in a home game. So Chris knows Joe quite well. And I built Jeremiah fairly based on Joe because I needed a lot of goodness to counterbalance all of the pain. And so Chris went ahead and did a spectacularly quite good Joe impression for most of the things Jeremiah said, which made it so much worse.
Now then. Number one, it was a good impersonation of Joe. I'm very proud of it. Number two, I had an inkling of what Niall wanted to do because of some of the questions that Anton asked early on that led to the why does he need to know Jeremiah's full name? Because there's only a couple of reasons that you need that in D&D. One is casting Rowland's Psychic Lance, and that wouldn't make sense because Jeremiah is very dead. So what was it going to do?
Into the grave! You'll never escape the pain!
Yeah, so there was a part of me going, well, he's probably going to turn up at some point then. There's a distinct possibility that he will. So I need to know what he sounds like, so just imitated Joe. And I also need to think about what happens when he meets Ava. And every bone in my body went, what, he's not going to go, Ava, baby, and just give her a hug, and it's all fine now, everything's fine, how are you? No, it needs to be that I hate when that happens, like, oh, sorry, I've been dead for 35 years, but now we can just pick up where we left off because you're the same person too, and everything's fine. And I hate that because I know it's not real, it would never happen, but if it did, that's not what would happen. What would happen is the person would go, what the fuck, who are you?
Just watch Castaway.
Can you imagine meeting someone who you haven't seen in 10 years, not seen once, and it's your partner or your husband or whoever, and you go, I mean, it could be the same person, but 10 years have passed, and they've made pacts with hags, and they're carrying the wand of Orcus. Like, things have gone wrong. And
just like Castaway.
Just like Castaway.
Why did he do that? Why did he make a pact with Wilson? He's so evil.
If that happened to me, I would look at my partner and just say, when did you get awesome? Whew.
Wow. They're going to watch this. They're going to watch this and just go,
I'm now obsessed with the idea because Wilson's a bloody handprint. Lest we forget that Wilson, it's Wilson. Wilson is a bloody handprint. That's a very good demonic symbol. I like that. But yes.
As he's floating away, he just goes, the pact is broken. He's like, what?
No.
Wilson!
The pact begins. That was the deal. Freedom.
And you just see eyes in the water and it's like the
Wilson needs to stay in his home, the abyss. The eternal abyss of the sea, the endless nature of that island that nobody else survived to tell the tale of.
But yes, I very much wanted that when I assumed that Jeremiah would return, that when he did, and Ava went, I brought you back, it's great. And I didn't think Ava would do that. I thought Ava would go like, hello, what do we do now? And I really wanted...
I suck, pleased to meet you.
I really want him to go, I don't know what we do now. What's with this Orcus stuff? Like the ability to just go, like you're going, oh, I just met Kellenvor. Right, that's a big deal. Like it's the ability to have someone there to go, this is strange.
Weird.
This is,
gotta say it, weird.
I'm not going to just love you. Also, frankly, Joe is a delightful human being. I respect Joe too much to do a parody accent of Joe and not have him be thoughtful, critical, and careful with the situation. Isn't just, yes, I love you unconditionally, because that's clearly the healthy thing that you need right now, which Joe wouldn't do. Joe would respect Ava enough to go, okay, 2 secs. That is my opinion.
I will pass it on, and if he ever dies, I go power crazy and then kill a lot of things and confront God and then bring him back. I'll let you know how accurate you were.
What do you mean, if?
Yeah, we've all sworn a pact here while you were away to deal with that. We got tattoos.
Can I still come with to watch that?
You want to watch Joe die?
No, not that bit. When you go to confront God.
Yeah.
Can I come with again?
Just like, hey, my name's Nat. Had a mental breakdown. Fixed it all. Back to normal. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Nat, can I recommend not just throwing it because can I come along and watch? It's not a useful phrase you want to use very often.
That's exactly what would have happened.
It depends what situation
at the end.
It's not one that comes up very often, is what I'm saying.
Thanks.
I will be your scatty wing woman anytime, no matter the situation.
Scatty wing woman.
And you're very good at
Now
it.
there's an
Again,
album.
and the pact is made.
It's so good. Anything else to
Scatty
say?
wing woman.
Thanks.
Scatty wing woman.
Ildra, anything to add?
Yeah.
Please.
Yep.
You go. Well done. Go.
Well done.
Go you.
It was thanks. Thanks. Thanks for letting me be here. It's a privilege. You know what I mean? I'm just
Have a lovely
grateful.
time.
I'm having a lovely day out. Just happy to be included.
Two heavens today. Great.
So what we're saying is Ildra's the perfect Bake Off contestant. Just happy to be there.
Clearly.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah.
She's
Have a
got the
lovely time.
personality. She's got the talent. Do you know what I mean?
May not be the best
So
cakes, but
that's-
just happy to be there.
Bake Off winner right there.
If
That's
we
me.
do Feywild Bake Off again.
Occasionally, might try and eat like one of the other contestants if they get cross, but you know.
You're having a little nibble.
Happy to be
Having a sneaky little nibble on Gerald over there. I've got blood in my pudding now. Oh, Gerald.
And we'll have a nice little sing-song while they're doing it as well. So
It's Paul Hollywood at the end going, it's a very soggy bottom because it's covered in blood.
Oh, no.
Well, Paul, as you know, blood can be used to replace eggs. Of course I know that. Why do you think I wouldn't know that? You don't get a handshake. No one gets a handshake.
I would shake your hand, but it's covered in blood.
Oh, don't worry, it's not mine.
Gerald.
Gerald. Oh, Gerald was such a sweet old retired teacher from, like, Norfolk, and now, look at him. He's in a pie. Gerald.
delicious.
Typical Gerald.
Oh, crumbs. What were we on? Sadness, I think.
Yeah.
The funeral was pretty sad as well.
I
Chris
don't
disagrees.
remember that because I was sitting there going, what on earth just happened? So I couldn't really tell you what happens in between leaving Ava in the abyss and Jesse waking up because I was just there going, this is horrible.
Yeah, really was.
We said some words about you. They were quite nice.
We hypocrite.
I was going to say Nate and Ildra did. Anton tactically said nothing.
Oh, Holfair was very nice. Holfair said thank you.
Oh,
Aw, so they should.
correct.
I was very worried about that ending. I thought it was too harsh. But also, Evie had given it, and I kind of had to fulfill it, which was a bit much.
I think if a character specifically asks you for subtle, cruel, and then summons Orcus, I don't think anyone's going to be surprised if it's not Fluffy Bunnies.
I don't
Level
think I
14
said
as
cruel.
well.
I think that was added in by Chris. I said subtle.
Oh, see, maybe it was just a really subtle, nice thing, like a birthday party.
There's been a
Subtle
birthday cake in the
party.
corner this entire time. You just haven't eaten it yet.
So so Orcus then follows up by making the cake not a lie. Wow.
It's full of blood. Delicious cake. Blood.
Jeremiah's blood.
Yes, because that's just an illusion, and I actually killed him many, many years ago.
You're welcome.
We don't know.
Now you say thank you. Now
It's
you
like
say
the worst. It's the worst magic trick in the world. Maybe it isn't cake. Maybe it's actually your dead husband. You're eating your dead husband.
It's just a prank. It's a
And
prank.
then he was like, but it looks like cake, and it's like, but it's not. I promise. Now go kill yourself and we'll do it again.
You-
Imagine it's one of those game shows where it's, is it cake or is it the dead husband? You will never
I
know.
absolutely adored As a Cake. I absolutely loved it. It was all of the reality show guff I could just avoid. It was literally just sitting there going, they're about to cut into either a handbag or some cake, and I'm just excited to see what it is. I don't know why it's so. Yeah.
Cake or your dead husband? Well, we're all out of cake.
Listen, you've been...
One of these is the corpse of your dead husband. The other is a cake that looks exactly like it. Which one will it be?
Look, we've been here for 600 years. I'm running out of ideas.
Maybe we'll get there when Orcus gets bored.
Next time we're doing Ninja Warrior, so get yourself ready. How's that a torture? I don't know.
Ava famous for her strength.
Yeah.
700 years later, is it cake or your husband? One of them is a literal birthday cake. You've made no effort to look like my husband. The other one is a corpse. It's been 700 years.
My head had been assuming that there were actually two cakes and you had to guess which one was the dead husband because they both look like cake.
500 years ago, yes. Now 700 years on from that, it's just like, it's him. It's obviously him. Just eat your husband. Just do it.
Orcus is a busy guy, right? He can't keep coming back and just looking after Ava.
No, he's got...
Yeah, windpipe ripping takes time out of his brain.
Looking after.
Caring for.
We've also sort of casually glossed over the fact that Orcus is free to return to the material plane now.
Yeah, because Ephemera is the monster of this campaign. I just want to make sure we return to that
No,
lot.
I wanted the villain arc.
Is Orcus free to return to the material plane whenever he wants? Because no, he was invited to arrive. He was given the ability to do so, but it's a one-time thing. You can't just, the Demon Lord can now turn up forever, because otherwise they'd all be there all the time. I don't know. Maybe the fact that Jessie's back and where she is important. Maybe.
Opened up a hole into the abyss.
Maybe.
What's that? A dark character hook?
Yeah.
What? Evie, how will you cope?
It's so out of the norm for me. I don't know how I'll adapt.
I mean, there's also a massive part of the Sword Coast being sucked into the abyss. Phrasing. So it's that's a problem.
To be fair, it's the Sword Coast. It's a Tuesday. Some giant hole is consuming. So oh no, the statues have lost their clothes again. We gave them clothes, they lost it. It's just same old.
It is worth saying though, we teased Evie a lot about her penchant for a dark character hook, but it was masterfully done. Mm-hmm. Like, Ephemera was so sweet and lovely and naive and just gently charming, and to get from there to the meanest person I've ever met in a D&D game in the space of 12 episodes was like beautifully played.
I didn't think it was going to go this way, but it was just the idea of the sacrifice, and then Ava just turning up and being like, well, I'm going to walk into this sacrifice now, was just so innately triggering for that specific character that it couldn't have gone another way.
You were sacrificed, and no one seemed to think or care.
No, they didn't.
They didn't, did they?
That could lead anyone to summon a demon lord.
Happens all the time. Again, it's Tuesday.
On a slightly more serious note, I'll try and bring a more serious note in. We've joked in this a lot about how trauma begets trauma, and how a lot of this is trauma cycling. Something bad happened to me, therefore I will be bad to you. And I'm not going to lie, there is a certain amount of me putting my thumb on the scales so that every person who is using trauma to beget more trauma because they're part of a trauma cycle doesn't get to walk out of that. Because it's an excuse often used. Oh, of course I'm awful. I was treated awfully. Well done. That doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you awful. So yes, I did put my thumb on the scales on that a little bit. I won't deny it.
And on that note,
got to bring some real life into your D&D, folks. Got to make some big themes, big points.
That's all we have time for.
You're kidding. That's the last thing. Oh,
that's the last thing. You know how trauma begets trauma, but doesn't make you a good
pants.
That's true. We kept talking about the choices. Didn't have any pants either.
At the funeral, again, no pants. Just remember.
Would it work out that you would have if you were fish genitals, you'd have a tiny tube above your ass?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I would like to say that, there was a point where this came up in recording and we paused while multiple people worked out precisely what fish genitals looked like, and we weren't allowed to resume until everyone was satisfied with the answer.
But for the most important thing, for the wiki, does he have an anus?
Of course he does.
Good. Add it to the wiki. Confirmed.
There's a sophistic joke, not sophisticated, sophistic joke in the does he have an anus? Because if you don't have an anus, then you're technically not alive. It's one of the markers of being alive is being able to excrete.
I mean, jellyfish are definitely alive, and I wouldn't say that they have an anus.
Well, they do.
It's one of those biological laws that you can point to 1,000 exceptions, but is somehow still in place.
But the Tarrasque.
The Tarrasque is not alive.
The Tarrasque's stomach is a portal into another dimension. I think that ship has sailed.
on this new
Really?
ending.
Really? That is that the final button?
As we talk about the teleporting tum-tums of the Tarrasque. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
3 stomachs.
A
tum-tum-tum.
Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. You'll have Talk Together, or you might have Talking as a free action with some utterly delightful hosts. The first time we've all been in a room for quite a while.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not my character.
I'm canonically am. I take on forms. Mondays, 6.
Hey, actually, while we're here, Tom, bone to pick. Why did the 3 of us hurt you? Because we're nice people.
Why did the 3 of you hurt me?
It's your backstory that you wrote. You tell us.
And I throw it back. Why are you so mean to...
mean to you!
Pointed out, we do have barbecues in character. We still hang out, even though the...
What's going on?
We were so close to wrapping.
I can't eat food.
But wanted to be a chef. But 6 to 9 p.m. Mondays. We got a new show because this is over. Chris, what's Mondays now?
Drowning in Blackwater.
Scary.
It's a legit thing that can happen. Blackwater's a real thing.
No.
Blackwater is water that is moving so slowly that things decay and die inside it, and it goes a sort of like tea colour. It's called Blackwater.
I've swum in that.
Don't.
No, it's full of dead things.
I'm joking.
We're never gonna
leaves. It's not too bad.
We're not going to have a fluffy bunny stream for a while, are we? It's all death and decay and rot.
It's Halloween.
It is Halloween. That's true.
This was planned.
Bring back the busy bees. They have a nice time.
The last time the busy bee, yeah.
Tuesdays. I'm trying to remember. So who are we on to now?
It's Ali's show, a Divergent.
Ali's show. Amazing. Okay. So all our streets.
Evie and Darren.
Oh my goodness. Streaming twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG, YouTube link in the chat if you want to catch up on all these adventures. There's also podcasts now. Keep it together.
We can throw him off more. Just asking.
I'll talk more about anuses during the Get Out if you want.
I have no problem with that.
So, D20 Club, you're amazing. You're beautiful. You know, you come on the Discord, you ask us the difficult questions, and we go,
You've got this, Tom. I believe in you. Bring it home.
No, I don't. I really don't. Sponsors, supporters, you're great. And to quote the words that are carved deep into my chest, stay classy at the table. Good night.
Death comes for us all.
Death will eventually come for you.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.